Great rise. Yeah man, welcome to the Herbalawes Garden channel here on YouTube. Yeah man, and we're out in the garden once again. Yeah. Yeah. For the past couple hours, you know, two times we get rain. And as you see in previous episode, we are giving thanks for rain. Yeah. And when we say we are giving thanks, yeah, we are showing gratitude. Yeah, man. Nature's blessing. Yeah. Nature's blessing. Ooh. Why these pepper looks so nice. So nice. Mm. Two or few days after propagating these, Panadal plants. And they are looking amazing. Yeah. Days after replanting these rosemary plant in bigger pots. You can run over there and check out that video too, where we share, signs when a plant need to be or need repotting in a larger pot. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, man, amazing vibe, Vibe. Herbalawes out here, watering the plants, and I am just sharing with my roots from family what I'm up to, what I'm doing at this moment. Yeah, watering the plants. Yeah, I'm just sharing. So in my garden here, I we grow traditional herbs for tea. And if you look right here, this is a traditional Jamaican herb, a traditional Jamaican plant, a go-to herb, yeah, for tea. Yeah, man, fever grass, lemongrass tea. Yeah, alongside it right here, you can find a Panadal plant. Yeah, and this is a plant that I am exploring recently. Yeah, and so far, yeah, I can tell you that traditionally, this plant can use for pain, joint pain, toothache. Yeah, and as I said, my experience is that, recently I was brushing my teeth and hurt my gum. And I used this, so when I bought this plant in Montego Bay, yeah, the person who sold me this plant, or the plant shop that I buy this plant from, they told me that, you can mix this with the pineapple fruit and blend it together. And I did that, and the bruise of the gum healed fast. Now, we grow traditional herbs for tea, but we grow some vegetables too. And this is another plant that we are exploring in the Herbalawes Garden. And this one is called red amaranth. Now, amaranth is another name for callaloo. Now, this plant is endemic to Mexico. Yeah, it is also known by the name Prince of Wales. Yeah, the Prince Feather. Yeah, and I can tell you that I adding this red amaranth to the original green callaloo. Trust me, it tastes good. It's a nice meal. It's a nice blend in your callaloo meal. Now, recently I also share that in Trinidad, if you talk about callaloo, they are not actually referring to the plant, but they are referring to a meal that stew down in maybe dasheen and okras, you know. Yeah, just like how in Kenya, yeah, their stews, they like to add okra to it, you know. And in a Jamaica, we would say okra, good for the back. Now, if you are in Jamaica and you visit maybe like some of the hotspot beaches like Elsha Beach, yeah, and you order a steam fish. Now that steam fish would maybe added with some okra in it. Now the callaloo also, yeah, whenever you're doing a steam fish in a Jamaica and you decide to cut up the callaloo and had it between the steam fish, wow, yeah, when it's steamed down, yeah, that's a nice meal. But you can imagine, I am telling you that it's a nice meal and I don't partake in fish. I am a vegetable person, but yeah, I still can talk about, yeah, some dishes that people, you know, love in Jamaica. Yeah, so yeah man, callaloo. And I'm saying red amaranth, nice. It's a nice plant. Yeah man. Prince of Whale, Prince Feather. Yeah, nice plant. Now I also actually do a video recently, you know, showing different ideas of how you can create, you know, a garden space, a garden bed, you know, however your space is small. And right here, I create this little bed for the amaranth plant with just some stones. Yeah, border it with some stones. Yeah, add some topsoil to it and plant my amaranth. Over here, I also use a whole bookshelf to create this raised bed garden for some tomato plants. Yeah, and along here, some large stones, you know, border this garden. Yeah, for also some red amaranth. Now, right here, I am growing, you know, this plant. Could you tell me what's the name of this plant? Yeah, if you come from Jamaica, if you are from St. Mary or Portland, yeah, where you find the best breadfruit. And actually, Herbalawes is trying to grow his own breadfruit plant. Yeah, yeah, nothing like growing your own. Yeah man, so however long or however whatever time it takes to come to fruition, yeah, it is yours and you will appreciate it and also enjoy it. Yeah, Herbalawes Garden. Yeah man. Today I talk about, you know, signs of knowing when a plant need to be repotted or repotting in larger pots. Yeah, this plant right here is actually or is always in a pot. Now this pot right here, I decide, because one of the signs that you can know when a plant need repotting is that maybe the plant is in a pot and it start to topple over. One of the reasons why the plant start to topple over is that the root of the plant, start to wrap around the drainage hole of the plant, so the plant cannot get to breathe properly. Now, oxygen is an important key or an important role for a plant to do well. Now, because I know that this plant wanted to replant in a larger pot and I didn't have a larger pot, so I decided to cut the bottom of this pot. Dug out a hole and place it in the soil. Now, since doing that, the plant is doing very, very well. You know, the water is going through the plant much faster, because one of the problems when the plant not want to repot, sometimes maybe the water not draining out properly, and what that can do is that can allow the root of the plant to rot. So lemongrass, fever grass, and as the name suggests, fever grass, traditionally it can use for issue like that. Panadal, doing well. Herbalawes out here exploring this Panadal plant, and as I explore, I will share with you guys. Hallelujah. So right over here, I have my little orange tree. Have my little orange tree. Never bear before. It has blossomed before, but never survived. Nature in terms of bearing. But I still hope that one day I can, have an orange fruit from this plant. So, still out here taking care of the plant so that I can get something from it. Because the video is most times a instant premiere video, sometimes the video may start from the high point of the video. Now, a lot of people, maybe sometime after the premiere, after they watch the premiere, you don't get to watch the entire video. So let me reintroduce myself. I am Herbalawes from the Herbalawes Garden channel. And on the Herbalawes Garden channel, we grow traditional herbs for tea. We grow fruits and vegetables, but most of all, we grow traditional herbs for tea. So traditional herbs like rosemary, and I am a connoisseur of basil plant. Talk about basil plant, we are talking about sweet basil, we are talking about holy basil, where in India this plant is called tulsi. Now, basil plants are a part of the mint family, and I am a real lover of basil plant. This basil plant here is one that teaches you or help you to relax, allow you to remember not to rush too much, and also teaches you that even basil plant find root when the time is right. So all you need to do is just trust the root, trust the process. Everything will happen in due time. Now, recently I repotted these spinach plants and they are doing so well. Yeah, a lot of people only knew that spinach can be in a salad. Now, herbal laws will tell you that traditionally the spinach plant can help with bone pain. Yeah, yeah man, herbal laws said traditionally the spinach plant can help with bone pain. Yeah, now because the spinach plant is packed with so much minerals, that's the reason why it is able to help with bone pain. Sight? If you remember the cartoon, yeah, Popeye, Popeye the Sailor Man. Now, that cartoon wasn't just for entertainment. That cartoon also emphasized that spinach gives you strength. Yeah, and that's a fact. It wasn't just for entertainment. It was a fact that spinach gives you strength because of its mineral, you know, because it's packed with minerals. It is able to strengthen you. And as I said, it's able traditionally to strengthen your bones. Yeah man, spinach. Herbalawes Garden to shape up like this. Yeah, what you are seeing now, the beautiful view. Yeah, the plants are looking nice. It takes a lot of work. Yeah, it takes a lot of dedication. It takes diligence. Yeah, Herbalawes also have to film his video by himself. Now edit the videos and share it with the Roots family. Now, even though it takes a lot of work, I still appreciate your presence. I still appreciate you coming over. Yeah, for those who come over every time I drop a video. Yeah, and for those who say they are not seeing the video when them premiere, as I said, if you subscribe to the Herbalawes Garden channel, you have to turn on the post notification. And when you turn on the post notification, you will be the first to be notified whenever time I drop a video. Yeah, and as I said, I grew a traditional herbs for tea, and this plant right here is called the Jamaican dog blood. Yeah, so we are out here doing it and sharing it with you. Also sharing ideas how you can create your own garden space. Because a beautiful garden is not just for Herbalawes or the Herbalawes Garden channel. This is to inspire others that you can do the same. Yeah? And we are out here not just planting for beauty, but that we can experience, yeah, the many benefits of the herb plants. Now, this is not something that I forget, because when I was growing up, yeah, my parents used to plant, yeah, a few traditional herbs around the space. Yeah, maybe your grandparent, your uncle, yeah, your great grandparents, they used to do this thing too. So this is not something that I'm learning. It is something that I am remembering because it is a part of I and I. Yeah? Roots family, viewers, over here is another garden bed space, and right here is my lovely marjoram plant. Now, marjoram plant can use as a spice in your favorite cuisine, your favorite meal. If you are cooking rice and peas, yeah, whatever you are cooking, you can add this as a spice. Now, this herb, oh, its aroma is so nice. Yeah, over here I also have another plant, which when I bought this plant, they told me that the name of this plant is eucalyptus. But somehow, something is telling me that's not the name of the plant. Yeah, now I've been doing some research to find out exactly what is the name of this plant, because as a herb plant enthusiast or a connoisseur of herb plants, you still cannot know everything. And the fun about not knowing everything is that you will not get complacent, but you will always and always researching more and more to understand. Now I post this herb plant in my community post. Yeah, and someone comment, give thanks, that this plant name sweet mint, and that it is a part of the oregano family, even though oregano is a part of the mint family. So yeah, it's a part of the mint family. So some are saying it's an oregano plant, and some are saying it's a sweet mint plant. Yeah, but I think somehow I feel like it's close to that. Based on my research and what I'm seeing, it's close to that, but I cannot exactly tell you what it is. But if you're out there and know the exact name of this plant, you can share it, because I am here to learn. Yeah, I don't know everything, but I am here to learn. Yeah. This garden bed space, which was created with blocks that were thrown around the place after building, yeah, it was planted up with callaloo. And as I said earlier, that the red amaranth plant, amaranth is also another name for callaloo. Yeah, but when we talk about callaloo in the West Indies here, this is the plant that we are looking to see. Yeah, once we mention callaloo, this is what we are looking for. So I did a video recently, which is the last crop, yeah, or the last harvest crop of the callaloo plant. Now I am just allowing the soil to sit here. I still water it and stuff, yeah, but I will plant back callaloo in it, but not just callaloo. So I'll, part it in two and plant maybe two different vegetable, including callaloo. Yeah, so a little apple tree catch in the midst of this, and a little mango tree. So by then I'll get a pot to plant these things in a pot, but just make it go and stay for the time being. Irie. I jump over the marjoram plant and only tell you what it can use for in terms of a spice. Now a lot of people thinks that whenever you are talking about a herb plant, it's only when you do it in a tea farm you can get the benefits from it. If you put it in your meal, you will get the same traditional benefits from it. Now, this marjoram plant traditionally can help with your digestive system. For the ladies, it can help with menstrual cramp, menstrual issues that you have every month. Yeah, this marjoram plant can help with that. Now, also with its anti-inflammatory properties. Yeah, it can remove mucus from the body. Yeah, so you don't just have to make it in a tea. Yeah, if you are cooking, you can put it as a spice in your meal. Yeah, you maybe also can use it, a little piece of it in your juice, in your green juice. You will get the same benefit from it. So traditionally, yeah, the marjoram plant, very powerful plant. Sight, let's not forget, callaloo is not just a staple vegetable around here in the West Indies. Yeah, callaloo is also packed with minerals, iron, and fiber. So if you want some fiber in your body, that you can go out more often to the bathroom, yeah, you can get fiber from this. If you are a mimic, yeah, it is packed with iron. It is also packed with minerals, which the body need all those minerals. Sight, yeah, callaloo. Now in previous video I mentioned the same things, and people who watch the video over and over will say you talk about that before. But remember, I don't know which one of these videos will get the better traction, or which one of these videos may go viral one day. So whatever the spirit lead, I will mention it. So even though I talk about it already, it's not about repeating myself, but it's about sharing what spirit leads. Sight? So by now, if you are looking keenly, you may realize that Panadal plants is all over the place. Yes, that's actually true. The reason why I have Panadal plants all over the place is that, yeah, a lot of the plants that I plant are plants that the pests love these plants. Now, when I do a research, I realize that Panadal plant is a great companion plant. Not just a great companion plant to plant with your favorite, maybe vegetable like a callaloo, or plant alongside your pepper plants, which these plants love a lot of pests, or your corn plants. Yeah, but the Panadal plant help to deter pests. Now, the Panadal plant is not only a plant that can deter pests. The Panadal plant can also work as a weed suppressant. Yeah, so it is hard to be weeding out every day. Yeah, but whenever time you have the Panadal plant around, it can work as a weed suppressant. Now, with its sprawling growth, because if you plant this Panadal plant in this place, it will just spread out in the entire space like a creeper plant, and I'll show you why I say that. Now, I also plant traditional herbs like aloe vera. Yeah, aloe vera, very powerful plant which help with the skin if you have any cut, bruises and wounds. Yeah, the aloe vera plant traditionally can help with that. If you want a washout, you can use the aloe vera plant, maybe mix with some orange juice, blend it up and drink it. You can also cut the aloe vera, get it out of the skin and place it under your tongue. Yeah, alongside that, I also have, yeah, this plant which is called a fresh cut. Actually, some of the benefits of the aloe vera, the fresh cut can deal with the same thing. As the name suggests, fresh cut. If you get a fresh cut or a wound, this plant can help with that. You can pound it up, get the juice out of it, place it on the wound, and traditionally it can heal that wound. So both of them are for basically almost the same purpose. With both of them, the inflammatory properties, it can also remove mucus from the body. Yeah, and I have another plant over here of the same plant because I always want to have this plant around. This plant was gifted to me by my grandmother. May her soul rest in peace. She passed off recently, but she is one of my greatest fans, and this is a plant that she told me not to be out of. She gifted me this plant, and it is flourishing. May her soul rest in peace. Yeah, she passed off recently. She don't even bury us yet. I think her funeral will be the end of this month. But may your soul rest in peace. You are my beloved, and your memory live on. Now earlier I showed you growing, the lemongrass, the fever grass. And I show you a plant over there in a pot. I also plant a lot of that same plant over here in this garden bed. This garden bed here is now bordered with blocks. It was once an old bed. Because my philosophy is using what you have to get what you want. Now, because the bed was bored, over time it got rot. And I have to replace it with these blocks. Now, it was not this huge or large. I extended it because I had enough blocks to extend it. So, this is another garden bed. And if you realize, I use what I have around the place to create a raised bed or create a garden. And also, I was telling you about the Panadal and its sprawling growth. This is how it look in this garden bed. Now I tell you that, it is a weed suppressant. It did a pest, and it suppress, as I said, weed. And it also a lot of farmers and gardeners wish. The Panadal plant also can help to improve your soil. And if you are a gardener or a farmer like I do, which your space was stone, because I'm actually farming or gardening on rock. You see the stone? So I have to plant the plants that can help to improve the soil. Because no matter the amount of topsoil or the amount of this or that you throw in the garden, you still have to have plants that can help to improve the soil. And so far, the Panadal plant with its sprawling growth, can also help to improve the soil. So this plant here is good for a lot of things. Any farmer, any gardener, want to get rid of the pest, especially if you don't like to use a lot of chemicals. This is one of the natural companion plants that can deter pests. Also can suppress the weed, also can help to transform your soil. Recently, I have propagated this Panadal plant in some small pots. I'll show you. Here I propagate some of the Panadal plants. So if you are interested in purchasing Panadal plants, you can reach me out at 876-835-1924. This number also can be contacted on WhatsApp. Business purpose only, nothing personal. No personal conversation, strictly business. If you want to ask me an important question, I can answer you and I can relate to it. But as I said, strictly business, no personal business. So the number again is 876-835-1924. Herbal Laws. Mention the many benefits of again, from the health benefits of helping with pain, toothache, joint pain, menstrual pain, any pain at all. And I'm saying it's a great companion plant to plant around any crop that you're planting that you're having problem with pests. It deter pests. If you're having problem with weeds in your garden, some people have to put cardboard at the bottom of them garden for suppress weed. You don't have to do that anymore. You can use the Panadal plant, and it also helped to improve your soil. Yeah, so it's a great companion plant. Get yours today, and as I said, the number is 876-835-1924, and I name Herbal Laws. Yeah, so you can reach out to me, and as I said, you can also contact me on WhatsApp or WhatsApp message. Strictly business, nothing personal. Yeah, but if you have an important question about the plant, you can ask me, but nothing personal. Sight? Yeah. Herbal Laws. See you in another video. Yeah, I'm out here growing traditional herbs for tea.